Good to see you guys too. Welcome to the graduation of the class of 2020. I am Dylan Ogle. I'm extremely blessed to have the family and friends that supported and encouraged my Vice President, Taylor Sapp, and I through and through. Being a Viking has meant so much to me, and I feel I really embody what it means to be a Viking. I encourage anyone younger to go to homecoming, go to prom, go to sporting events, go to all the pep rallies, and just do what high schoolers do. I'd like to thank all my coaches and teachers that I've been blessed to be coached and taught by. Y'all taught me more than just how to read a defense, write a good essay. Every one of you taught me good life lessons. With all that being said, I love you all, and I appreciate everyone I've shared a memory with. Now, please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Fort Walton Beach High School Junior ROTC, Pledge of Allegiance, and Alma Mater, performed by Voices of Valhalla. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Voices of Valhalla. Thank you, senior band members. And thank you, Fort Walton Beach Air Force JR2C. Viking families and friends, my name is John Spolsky, and I'm the principal of Fort Walton Beach High School, the finest high school in the state of Florida. This year, we're celebrating the class of 2020 a little bit later than usual, but the young men and women in these gowns, I can testify, are second to none. It has been a crazy time. It has been as everyone says, an unprecedented time, but it's these young people, it's their energy, it's their positive charisma, their character, and their integrity that will pull us through. We have missed them the last few weeks, but we know when they get across this stage tonight, and they leave here as Viking graduates, they will go out and do some magnificent things. Let's give them a round of applause. I want you to listen to the words of these honor grads. I had a chance to hear them a few times this year. We did our video graduation. This morning we practiced, and they are amazing. Please join me as we listen to exceptional words from these academic leaders. Miss Fiona, Nathaniel, Journey, Victoria, Lindsay, and Lexi. They are outstanding students. Are you ready, Miss Lexi? Start us off, young lady.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am so grateful to be here to speak to the class of 2020. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lexi Bob. Today, I would like to leave a few thank yous to my loved ones and some words of encouragement to my graduating class. As we all know, 2020 has been struck with unfortunate events, depriving us of our friends, our school, our happiness, and making us feel like our chances of success are tainted. But I believe success is not simply handed to us on a silver platter, but is gained by enduring and overcoming hardships thrown at us throughout our lives. In Romans 5, 3-4, it states, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope." When I interpret this verse, I believe it doesn't literally mean rejoice in your sufferings, because that can be really hard to do, but instead to learn from and sometimes appreciate that hardship you're going through, because overcoming adversity builds you into a better and stronger person. In a sermon I watched some time ago, an explanation was given for the similarity and difference between a toll booth and a roadblock, which is sort of random, but the comparison has been stuck in my brain during these uncertain times. He explained that depending on your standpoint, when you come to a toll booth or a roadblock, you have to stop. Just like in life, how you can get stuck along the way. If you see your circumstance as a roadblock, you just stop and there's nowhere to go. But at a toll booth, you stop, pay a price, and keep moving forward. I believe that you have the choice to choose whether that difficulty you're going through is either a roadblock or a toll booth. And I hope that you choose for it to be a toll booth, to stop, pay the price, but keep moving forward. Before I end my speech, I would like to thank some people who have molded me into the person I am today. I would like to thank God for all the blessings He's given me, as well as the trials He has put me through that have grown me as an individual. I would like to thank my parents, who have made many sacrifices for me, who are truly blessings from God, who love me unconditionally. I couldn't have made it through high school, let alone senior year, without them. I would like to say thank you to my siblings who have had my back and been my best friends for all my life. And a final thank you to my teachers and friends who have inspired and pushed me to be the best version I can be of myself every day. I want you all to know that I hope and pray that you continue to build resilience and grit all throughout your lives, and to believe that all the hardships you face in life are just toll booths. To all the seniors, remember, life does not control you. You have control over your life. Thank you.
Okay guys, I'm gonna try not to cry, so bear with me here. I remember about 4 years ago, I sat on my grandma's back porch when the time came for 9th grade registration. Miss Stone was right beside me, and she was guiding me through the process of filling out this registration form. The first thing she asked me was, what do you want to do in life? What are your goals in high school? What do you want to achieve? And I know she was probably expecting a thoughtful response, but my immediate answer was, I want to speak at graduation. I pushed myself and I studied my butt off to accomplish that goal, and it wasn't easy. It came with many hours of homework, plenty all-nighters, and quite a few meltdowns. You can ask my parents. And once I finally reached that goal, I sat down to write my speech, and I realized that I didn't know what to say. I was so caught up in the chase of getting to speak on stage that I never stopped or thought about what I might say if I actually got there. The more I thought about this, while staring at my blank screen, I realized just how relevant that message is today. Our graduating class is a strong class. I'm sure all of our teachers would agree with that. We are competitive, we are resilient, we are always reaching for the next step or the next milestone. Those are great qualities to have in today's society, but I would also encourage all of us to take time to reflect and appreciate the journey. Celebrate the small milestones in life and take time to live in the moment while still chasing the dreams. Of all the lessons that high school has taught me, that might just be my favorite one. But of course, there are some others that deserve an honorable mention: to live bold yet humbly, to be kind, work hard, love well, and in the words of Mr. Folsom, early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. This journey wouldn't be complete without each and every one of you sitting here today and all the people that have supported you. Of course, I have to thank my own support system: my mom, my dad, my sister, my amazing teachers and band directors, my grandparents, aunts and uncles, and even my friends who brought me Starbucks on the tough days and partied with me on the good ones. I see God's grace shine through each and every one of you in the way that you all have shown me so much love and support. It's my goal to be as caring toward everyone I meet as you all have been towards me. So now, as we step into the next part of our lives, I encourage us all to do so as one, to lift each other up, to support each other, and to keep believing in each other, because there is no doubt in my mind that the class of 2020 will change the world.
Hi everyone, my name is Tori Orcutt. 4 years ago, I dreamed of this day, but 4 months ago, I couldn't see it happening. So I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank everyone who made it possible for us to all be here together. Now, as I began preparing this speech, I felt that talking about what I've learned from high school is like giving a presentation in English about a novel. Yet in our special case, as senior skip day champs due to this pandemic, I'm presenting on a book with chapters left unread, just as many of us have actually done in school when we didn't finish the book in time for class. However, my story has still been molded by this high school in particular. My family and I have packed our lives into boxes to follow the path of military service countless times across the globe. And although I've attended over 9 different schools and moved about 17 times, Fort Walton Beach is the only place we've ever voluntarily chosen to move to. We moved back for this high school, this administration, this student body, and this community. This school gave me a home that I'd never had before, and that is due to the people that make up this environment. There really aren't people with the same spirit, character, and heart as those in Fort Walton. It was always my dream to graduate from this school and to be a piece of the Fort Walton Beach High School story. And whether you are a student, an athlete, a thespian, a musician, a dancer, an artist, a club member, or a combination of everything, we're all Vikings underneath, and you will always be a part of this high school's story. and I want to thank you all for being a part of mine as well. As we close this chapter of high school, I encourage you to remember that our stories aren't over, and like we all know from being forced to read books in English, although a few pages or even chapters might be painful to read, we have to keep pushing through to get to the best parts. Whether it's an injury, a poor performance, or even a pandemic, there will be setbacks throughout our lives. But I've learned that although we may not determine the events that occur, we can pick up the pen and write our own responses. As this will be the last time we are all together as a class, I would like to take the opportunity to extend the most sincere thank you to all of our teachers, faculty, board members, and families who have molded us as individuals. Specifically, Mr. Spolsky, for giving us a perfect example of a selfless leader with an unending school spirit. They seem to like you. And personally, I would like to thank my parents for sacrificing not only for our country, but for me as well. My siblings for building my character, as they like to tell me. And my friends for supporting me throughout everything, especially Paris Bernard, who could not be here tonight. Lastly, I would like to thank the class of 2020 for being so extraordinary. We are truly better together, just as our handprint wall says. And in this time, where we are forced apart by 6 feet of distance, masks, and other regulations, we still found a way to come back together one last time. And I just watched someone leave the United States Military Academy without being able to hug his parents goodbye because of COVID. So I urge you to hold those you can close to you. Thank you for the memories, and I wish you all the best in your future. Goodbye, class. I will miss you all so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Journey Washington High, and I open my speech with these words. Dear family, that greeting is perfect for what we are here at Fort Walton Beach High School. We are family, and today we gather to give celebration. I have been given support from my peers, my coaches, and the faculty and staff, and I thank you all very much. But there is one outstanding person in particular that I want to honor, my mother. Mom, you are amazing. Thank you for everything. You have gone above and beyond, and you're absolutely the best. I love you very much. To the graduating class of 2020, we are what God has created, we are what our school has nurtured, we are what our parents have loved, we are the new citizens, we are ready. Vikings, as you go out into this great world, I ask you to do one thing, to listen. Our school motto says, everyone is valued. Let us carry that message into the world, for everyone has a story worth listening to. Please take time to truly engage, embrace, and interact with all the good and innocence that is presented to you. You will not be disappointed. Most of all, do not be afraid. Fear has no place in your future. You are brave, you are smart, you are strong. You got this. So, what the heck, guys? Is our generation destined to redefine the New World Order? Are we the game changers? Well, I say, bring it. Go ahead, step to us. You feeling froggish? Go ahead and leave. And most of all, be wary, because you don't know who you're messing with. Why us? I know why. Because we are the generation that shows everyone what can be done with resilience, determination, and persistence. We were born in the aftermath of 9/11, and we are graduating in the time of COVID-19, and we are still here. These adversities will not take us out. No way. Defeat is not an option. We are the generation that shows what can be done in the face of heartbreak and tragedy. We are the generation that redefines challenges as only obstacles to overcome. We are the generation that tells the devil to go to hell. When we leave for Walton Beach High School, the world is going to open their eyes and ears and say, oh my God, here they come. They have been tried and tested, and they have come out victorious. They are not playing. To our future, I share with you these words. I beg of you these actions. Dream big, spread kindness, be creative, pray unceasingly, pursue with all your might, take others along, and most of all, enjoy the peace of knowing you have achieved your own truth. May we live every day as if it is the day we will always be remembered. We are insurmountable. We are fearless. We are Vikings. I love you all. I got your back. It's go time.
Always look both ways. Whether you're at a stop sign or a light, whether you're in a car or you're simply a pedestrian, always look both ways before crossing the street and teach your kids to do the same. It is something so simple that carries the potential to save your own life as well as others. If you were to take one bit of advice away from my speech, I ask that it be this one. The rest of my advice is merely a byproduct of my experiences and perspectives, which I will now dispense. Appreciate your guardians. As kids, it's easy to take them and all they do for granted. Never forget that some kids out there are not fortunate enough to have guardians to take care of them. When you meet somebody who doesn't, be kind. Nothing is a waste of money if it makes you happy. Don't judge what other people purchase with their spare money. Don't let anybody judge what you purchase. Brush your teeth. You are what you do, not what you say, believe, or ignore. Wear a seatbelt. Forgive others. Hatred poisons whoever hates, not whoever is being hated upon. Forgive yourself. The blame doesn't necessarily lie with you. Never call yourself ugly. You will always be more harsh on your appearance than everybody else will. In many instances, whatever minor imperfections you got caught up on the mirror will never go noticed by others. We all look in a mirror and find everything wrong with how we look, but I advise you to instead look into a mirror and find everything you like. If you figure out how to do so, please share. I still haven't figured it out. Disasters make vacations more interesting. Shy people often have the most to say. They're just the least willing to say it. Always apologize. It'll save you much pain if you apologize for what you did wrong. Sing. All choices in life contain risk, even if you choose the perceived safest option. Never let jealousy consume you, and I promise it will try. Love who you are and stop wishing to be like someone else. It's okay to have a plan. Never expect it to unfold perfectly. Some of you may have your life planned out, and that's a good thing, but always be prepared for unexpected change. The rest of you, like me, don't have much of a plan for your life. That's okay. A plan can't go wrong if it never existed in the first place. Find hobbies that make you happy. Communicate. Never judge somebody for what they believe, who they are, or what makes them happy. Always thank those who supported you. My own heartfelt thanks goes out to my mom, my dad, and my two sisters who I could not have made it here without. I also offer thanks to my friends who helped shape who I am. There are always better days ahead. All you have to do is outlast the bad ones. Never text and drive. Be like a rubber ball. The harder life throws you down, the quicker and the higher you have to bounce back up. Always congratulate those who deserve it. And with that, I would like to congratulate you all on what you have achieved. You are a graduate from Fort Walton Beach High School, class of 2020, and don't let anybody underscore that achievement. Be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. And remember, always look both ways. And with the conclusion of my speech, I have the pleasure of introducing our valedictorian, Miss Fiona Bound.
Okay, everyone, get comfortable. This one's a little long. Class of 2020, we made it. And this time, I really mean that. I'm not saying it in an empty room to a camera while being filmed for the virtual graduation, and I'm not saying it while practicing to my dad, who probably graduated in 1920. I'm saying it to all of you, the people that won't let anything, not even a global pandemic, hold them back from spending their final moments of high school together as one. We all put in hard work to earn these diploma display covers that we're about to receive tonight, and therefore we all deserve to celebrate and be celebrated. That being said, I'm Fiona Bound Mayodon. Please hold your applause. And I could not be more honored to represent Fort Walton Beach High School's class of 2020. We are a class that, without a doubt, could not be forgotten. I mean, who could forget a student like Victoria Orcutt, who beat out 40,000 applicants to win the National High School Heisman Award? Or how about Olivia Betancourt, who is the 6th member of her family to attend Fort Walton Beach High School, but the first to graduate in honors, even more impressively in white. Shirley will be remembered for Basil Shukrala, who only 4 short years ago could hardly speak English, and now he's committed to the University of South Florida with so many scholarships, he's practically going for free. Another fact about Basil, he already regrets me putting him in this speech because I hold it over his head anytime I want anything. And how could I write a speech without mentioning Lily Felton, who I'll never forget because she's been by my side during some of the best moments of my life, including the time we delivered and assembled bed frames and beds for young children who did not have a set space to sleep at night. Okay, no applause for Lily? Yeah. I could go on forever discussing the high-achieving students of our class because there are so many of them. But don't worry, I won't. The point is, whether it was on the field, in the classroom, or in a convention center, each and every one of us have contributed something great to this school. But none of us were born great. We were raised and taught by even better people. Personally, there are no words in the dictionary that could even begin to express how amazing of a man my father is. What I can say, though, is that I know he never imagined he'd be the sole parent to raise me for most of my life, but he's given me so much love that I never felt lacking. And Dad, if I can become even just 1% as caring, intelligent, and hardworking as you, then I'll be the most blessed girl in the world. I also want to mention Tammy and thank her for always thinking of me, as well as my Aunt Nancy, who always thinks of me and then takes it one step further and vocalizes that opinion, good or bad. To all my Venezuelan family watching at home, especially my tia Mariela and my tío Tecle, and to my Spanish team family all around me, Carlos, Isa, Basil, Angelina, Gio, Alondra, los amo y gracias por enseñarme que es importante vivir una vida llena de aventuras, igual como mi mami. There's like 3 people who understood that, I think. As for my second family, all of the spectacular teachers and administrators I've had for the past 4 years, I feel like I couldn't have had it better anywhere else. Name another school where there's a teacher like Miss Ortiz, who chose to baptize me on a school bus with a water bottle during a field trip so that I could become her goddaughter, and then later truly treated me like one. Where else is there a teacher like Miss Pfister, who prayed for each of her Calculus BC students by name before we took the AP exam because she knew we would all need a heavenly miracle to pass that one? Which I did, for you, Miss Pfister, maybe by a hair, but a pass is a pass. I know that there's no school with a duo like Mr. Steve Williams and Coach Ryan. That duo asked me to shout them out in my speech. Here you go. I'm thankful because that was a year before any class ranks were announced, but they believed in me enough to know I'd be here one day. And then there's Mr. Spolsky, the man with more spirit than a cheerleader, who is always willing to offer a helping hand to every student. The same goes for Miss Hickson-Wells, who I'm not going to lie kind of scares me, but deep down, I know I'm one of her favorites, and I hope she knows that she's one of mine. No other school has teachers like Miss Winston, who wrote me a college letter of recommendation, and Miss Hannikin, who let me sneakily write my admission essay in the back of her class and then read it over. You two helped me earn a full-ride scholarship to a college I have no chance of ever affording, so thank you. I hope that by now you understand the purpose of this speech. But you know what? English exams are over, and I'm not going to make you find it yourself. Sorry, Miss White. So let me just tell you. Each of us individually have different accomplishments to be grateful for, and different people that we look up to. But all of us are fortunate that we got to experience what it means to be a Viking. We are all spirited, we are all strong, and most importantly, we are all capable of greatness. I don't know about you, but I did not come this far just to come this far. I did not study and take tests and worry about grades for 4 years just to walk across this stage and then live an okay life. It would be a disservice to ourselves and to all of those who have helped us get here if we didn't at least give our wildest dreams one shot. I mean, if so many other people in this world can make their dreams come true, then why not us? Thanks everyone for listening, or at least pretending like you were. Now, let's graduate, guys.
Let's give them one more round of applause. Were they awesome or what? Please direct your attention to the Mrs. Gail Folsom, our Viking voice.
Will the class of 2020 please come forward for recognition? Fiona Elisa Bone. Nathaniel Penn Rudman. Journey Grace Washington High. Victoria Rose Orcutt. Lindsay Nicole Laborde. Lexi Cameron Bob. Jocelyn Paige Adamick. Lauren Elise Adams. Patrick Robert Adams. Brandon Abraham Aguilar. Jobelin Malone Alidia. Edward Leroy Alexis Jr. Angelina Nicole Alvarado. Anibal Antonio Alvarado. Azakai Armin Anderson. Aiden Cole Anderson. Grace Carol Anderson. Dylan Taylor Antenberg. Adam Joseph Armbruster. Brandon Nathaniel Arnett. Matthew Aaron Arnett. Gabriela Isabel Arocho Guzman. Ajani Jamal Askew. Stephanie Lynn Austin. Caitlin Bailey Autry. Eileen Deanna Bailey. Hannah Jean Baradon. Lauren Elizabeth Baradon. Stephen Jacob Baradon. Quentin Bryce Baruskas. Keegan Christopher Barclay. Desney Murray Barnett. Ainsley Kate Barus. Jada Denise Bartley. Terrion Quatez Bates. Traylon Nicole Bentley. Jacob Travis Barrett. Ashlyn Dawn Berry. Olivia Virginia Betancourt. Kyla Eliza Bledsoe. Victor Rain Boye, Bay Lee Lyle Bowman, Joshua Logan Brazel, Jeremiah Daniel Brown, Jameson Lee Brundage, Jenny Huyen Bowie, John Paul Burgos Jimenez, Keaton Darby Burke, Ernest Sharif McJames Burns, Lanaya Danielle Butler, Kenneth Maurice Butterworth, Corin Nicole Byron, Kyle Scott Carlisle, Madison Ray Carlstrom, Madison Marie Carnell, Alexandra Rose Carollo, Kelly Michael Carey, Amber Marie Casillas Ortez, Amanda Nicole Castleberry, Angelina Rose Castro, Justino Chacan, Jakara Kansasha Cheney, Trinity Beth Chastain, Jonathan Chi Chun Cheng, Sophia Isabel Sicarello, Ladariana Tynesia Claiborne, Chloe Madison Coates, Mackenzie Rayanne Coe, Nicholas Taylor Coffey, Sophie Elizabeth Cohen, Sonia Blair Colageri, Jaden Isaiah Coles, Carson Armstrong Conway, Charles Dwight Cordell III, Miguel Angel Coronado Jr., Maria Jose Cortez Caballas, Abigail Joy Coyle, Allison Clarice Crawford, Vernon Lee Krause III, Leah Marie Cuevas, Jaheim Zacharias Colbert, Farouk Azim Curtis, Jameer Ibrahim Curtis, Skylar Alexis D'Angelo, Stephanie Medeos De Rosa, Hunter Lawrence Dahlberg, Keishon Latrell Davenport, Lily Grace Davenport. Trevor Michael Derwin. Noah Scott Devaney. Mackenzie Michelle Dodge. William Braden Dorman. Mariana Lage Drummond. Shayana Lynn Drysdale. Michael Franklin Duarte White. Deanna Dufault. Caitlin Brianna Duncan. Zachary Taylor Eads. Jalen Michael Eason. Freddie Ray Eckert III. Tajay Antoine Edwards. Tyler Stephen Edwards. Caitlin Lee Elam. Cameron Alexis Engel. Leah Isabella Eubank. Marquez Terrell Thane. Luis Daniel Fajes Quiros. Harrison Cole Farah. Charles Thomas Ferrier. Nalia K. Feathers. Lily Elizabeth Felton. Chloe Delaney Fletcher. Sarah Flores Ortega. Elizabeth Shaw Footman. Megan Elizabeth Fordham. Casey Ellen Gallianetti. Giovanni Galvin. Dylan Michael Garcia. Clayton Michael Garrett. Dylan Wayne Garrett. Tanner David Garrison. Joseph Penton Garvey. Sean Aaron Garza II. Derek O'Neill Gibbs. Sailor Day Gillum. Jerry Aaron Gomez. Alyssa Melanie Graham. Brandon Lee Grant. Chloe Ryan Gray. Celestiana Mercedes Green. Sydney Sage Green. Isabel Caitlin Griffith. Joseph Emmanuel Hall. Amare Janae Harris. Owen Harris. Chance Marshall Harper.
Middle name is Wesley.
Ulrich David Wesley Gorski. Aniston Schuyler Hart. Alexander James Hawkins. William Hudson Hennessy. Claire Elizabeth Henry. Alex Herrera. Carol Ann Gabrielle Heslop. Trinity Noel Hickson Wells. Celeste Leandra Nass-Hostetler. Michael Keith Hodges. Hayden Brandon Hubbard. Demetrius Cameron Hudson. Herbie Deontay Hunter. Kaylee Gail Hurst. Haley Marie Hurt. Lena Eve Irby. Caitlin Marie Jackson. Nevaeh Dominique Jackson. Abigail Kasia Jennings. Hannah Marie Johnson. Jalen Tyrone Johnson. Rodney Hope Johnson. Miles Xavier Johnston. Braden Joseph Jones. Majay Ayana Jones. Bethany Ann Jowers. Sydney Rain Kale. Connor Lloyd Kelly. Javion Landriel Knox. Victoria Grace Keene. Delaney Grace Kennan. Alejandria Nieves Larelas. Madison Paige Larumby. Jessica Rose Lambert. Genevieve Elizabeth Lambeth. Teresa Ann Lanassa. Emma Susan Lane. Jordan Cheyenne Lane. Isabel Marie Laws. Ryan Allen Lemack. James Labadon Leone. Amber Renee Lett. Traquan Lendell Lett. Grayson Patrick Lyles. Austin J. Lind. Declan Daniel Lloyd. Shallon Lane Lochtefeld. Chloe Schuyler Lowe. Hayden Marissa Lowry. Michael Andrew Lucero. Jasmine Luna. Austin Lawrence Lunger. Tiffany Tu Luong. Emma Gail Lyle. Astrid Sarai Machiwa. Parker Allen Mackey. Kiara Juliana Magacalizia.
John, not Zon, John.
John Carlos Maldonado. Hayden Price Mango. Austin Philip Marple. Jaslyn Marican Pop. Britton Victoria Mason. Evan Marshall Mathis. Brady Jose McCann. Nadia Kishayana McLean. Damia Sana McLean. Riley Elizabeth McLaughlin. Jordan Hezekiah McNair. Gian Alexandre Medanilia. Kayla Ashley Melton. Miguel Angel Mendoza. Bobby Joe Millette. Madison Rebecca Mons. Anna Kate Moran. Matthew Eli Moran. Andrew Brian Morey. Noah Patrick Morris. Alex Luis Malero. Alondra Munoz. Ajane Murphy. Aubrey Allen Murray. Christian Michael Murray. Ariana Newell. Quintera Charvet Nichols. Noah James Nicolopoulos. Taisha Marie Noland. Catherine Alejandra Nunez Amador. Jadaisy Rose Ochoa. Aaron Madison Odell. Dylan Thomas Ogle. Brooke Ashton O'Keefe. Sally Raylyn Pacheco. Jason Eric Painter. William Desser Pancratz. Johnper Rabor Padilla. Calvin Renice Payton. Brandon James Pawson. Arshana Lishaila Pender. Carlos Perea Martinez. Gabriel Arthur Perez. Zianla Rodriguez Perez. Haley Lynn Peters. Jonathan Caleb Peters. Gavin Brody Petty. Haley Tennille Phillips. Madeline Grace Phillips. Stephen Michael Poe. Miles Nathaniel Ponder. Grisbeth Delai Posadas. Isaiah Jordan Powell. Lucas Abraham Pierce. Kara Ellen Pender. Alexis Brianne Pittman. Jonathan Quintanar. Torrin Salvador Rake. Caitlin Hope Ream. Alexandra Reyes. Savion Xavier Reed. Emily Dora Reyna. Colin McKinley Reynolds. Brianna Rose Rigsby. Sebastian Alec Riker. Brent Ander Gabriel Robin. Brendan John Robertson. Claire Ann Robertson. Noah Scott Robinson. Savannah Jalen Rockwell. Joseph Omar Rodriguez Olgan. Avery Virginia Rooney. Braden Lee Roy. Miguel Angel Rubio. Zachary Daniel Rushford. Connor Joseph Russell. Kylie Janine Russell. Brianna Lucille Rutherford. Ulissa Salazar. Vanessa Elise Salinas. Peter Lee Salvucci. Junior Alfredo Sanchez Torres. Connor Sanders. Taylor Wren Sapp. Samson Soteris Joseph Scafidi. Jessica Eileen Scott. Luke William Seacamp. Raymond Jack Seeger. Kayla Faith Seibert. Jarquez Lawan Smith. Hijah Sincere Smith. Divine Leanna Smith. Logan Patrick Sloan. Joshua R. Civil. Nikki Fatusiri Siri Sumpong. Madison Babette Sinsko. Basil Alphonse Shakrala. Destiny Paige Schultz. Alexandria Renee Chamon. Jessica Lynn Suberly. Tira Kai Sturos. Calliope Jade Stromberg. Miana Donae Strayham. Hayden Elizabeth Steele. Abby Elizabeth Stanford. Katie Marie Spradlin. Gavin Thomas Spence. Mariano Jesus Sosa Salcedo. Kendarius DeAndre Smith. Miley Elaine Sweeney. Malia Grace Sweeting. Jared Giovanni Tamayo. Christopher Wei Tang. Kieran Winter Taylor. Paris Marilyn Terrio. Peyton Gail Terrio. Carome Kenrick Thompson. Marina Isabel Tobias. Marina Tristan Garcia. Lauren Elaine Turpin. Nathan Ellis Veach. Melissa Uribe. Lillian Renee Wagner. Aaliyah Nicole Wallace. Gracie Jane Walters. Lillian Deborah Weaver. Devin Ryan Wellborn. Olivia Ann Tuell. Gabriel Deshawn Whitfield. Griffin Charles Wilbur. Kepler Alexander Lacerda. Marty James Wilkinson. Caleb Elijah Williams. Micaiah Unique Williams. Anne Marie Willis. Caleb Dane Worthen. Jennifer Nicole Zapataki.
I feel like I've been here 4 hours. Parents, family members, thank you. We recognize each of you for your support and guidance of our graduates. And of course, thank you to the men and women of our armed forces, our soldiers, our veterans, and our first responders that make such a monumental occasion possible for us to enjoy. Class of 2020, you are astounding. I want you to live strong. I want you to love each other. I want you to remember you will always be Vikings. So go out and accomplish some enormous things. And as Brooke O'Keefe would say, be remarkable. By the power vested in me from the state of Florida and the Okaloosa County School District, and upon completion of all requirements as outlined by Pupil Progression Plan, I hereby confirm you as Fort Walton Beach High School graduates. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, our 2020 seniors, please stand. 2020 seniors, please stand. Our seniors will walk across our field as high school graduates. Mr. Fields, please play the recessional.